It's a foggy October morning here in Hunterdon County, and I saw One Lonely Farmer's video about the tillage radish, and I'm one of the guys near him that has tried the stuff. And I had it planted over there on the other side of the road a few years ago, between the road and the woods, over to the next road over there, which you can't see. It did what it was supposed to do as far as loosening up the soil, and it did scavenge nutrients. The problem I had, though, was it didn't all die over the winter. We didn't get a heavy winter kill on it. And somehow, some of that tillage radish ended up over here, where I have alfalfa planted. Now, the tillage radish had been in that field the year before I planted this alfalfa. This alfalfa was underseeded with spring barley. And on this end of the field, from the road maybe about to right about here, had a lot of tillage radish come up in it. How exactly the seed got over here from over there, I don't know. Maybe the animals did it. Couldn't have been left over in a drill, because I planted this field north to south, which means the seed would have been all the way down to that way on the first few drill passes. So that wasn't it. I haven't figured it out. And the first couple of years of alfalfa in here, there were still some tillage radish coming up, and by making a 4-cut system on the alfalfa, the radish got cut before it would go to seed and eventually disappeared. I've also had it appear in other crops where 2,4-D gets rid of it easy enough when it's small. Now, as far as the mining, I guess we should say, or scavenging is the term they use, which to me is basically mining the subsoil for the nutrients. Now, some of those nutrients down in the subsoil have migrated down there from farther up. It's leftover fertilizer that the regular crop plants can't get to. But a lot of it is minerals that are in the subsoil naturally. Planting crops like tillage radish are not going to be an infinite source of minerals, in my opinion, and of nutrients, because it is a mining operation. It'd be like mining coal. You keep taking it out, and eventually there isn't going to be anything there. So the radishes are no longer going to have a beneficial effect in terms of bringing up, quote, free nutrients. In my opinion, somebody else might think differently, but that's what I think. It doesn't mean they don't have a benefit otherwise. The tubers do add organic matter to the soil. They loosen the soil. I've seen that. And our soil here is low in organic matter. So I've also used things like Sudan grass. I've planted turnips. I've been experimenting with this for a few years. It's going to be a few more years before I really figure out what the best thing is. I tend not to go with the latest trend on cover crop, because you see an article in a magazine or you see something online that, oh yeah, you got to do this mix and that's the best thing. And I don't follow it. I try to figure out what's best for my fields right here, and sometimes it takes trial and error. Now, the other thing about the tillage radish, though, that I know some people have a benefit with, is that it will grab nitrogen out of the soil from manure applications and hold on to it. Other cover crops do that too. Now, I don't have a lot of manure to put on my fields because my wife only has 16 sheep, which that's not a lot of manure. So what I could see dairy operations or poultry operations where they have a large amount of manure to apply with the water runoff regulations that we have to deal with now, that planting the cover crops have that benefit and are probably worth the time and the money to do. Yeah, and I guess that's about all my thoughts on the cover crops right now. And as I said, I've been doing this for a few years. It could take me a few years more to really figure things out. And oh, and this year I didn't plant any fall cover crops because, as Wes said, it's been really dry, and I didn't think it was worth the time and the seed to put anything in because it wouldn't grow. I have a couple fields of barley stubble that I wanted to get a cover crop onto to help improve the soil, but it wouldn't have grown, so I didn't do it. So that's about it for this video. You know, if anybody wants to comment, just don't be nasty about it if you don't agree with what I'm saying, you know, because I'm open-minded about it. It's still a new thing for me. So that's it, and see you guys later.